Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome to our Smart Investor channel. So today I want to cover with you my top 3 tech high growth stocks to buy now. Now, despite the aggressive sell-off in some of the Nasdaq and Russell stocks due to some fear in the markets around inflation, 10-year bond yields, and stock market crash, I personally believe that these corrections are just part of the game. And if we look at historic charts and data, this sell-off will be meaningless in comparison to the next 10 to 20 years ahead of us. Now, this doesn't mean that you should buy anything in the Nasdaq and Russell and hoping that it will 5x in the years to come. Picking quality stocks is fundamental, guys. And this is why I'm here to share with you my top 3 high growth plays that I think will do tremendously well in the future. So definitely stick around, guys, until the end, as I'll be breaking down each company. We'll do a technical chart analysis and cover my buying strategy as usual. So for those new to the channel, I'm a corporate professional stock investor, real estate investor, and a passionate gamer. So all I ask in return, guys, is to please smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell notification to not miss any of my videos. Guys, this truly helps the channel, so thank you so much for taking the time to hit all those buttons right here below in the video. Before moving on, if you trade in any different currencies like USD or to Canadians like I do, and you'd love to save tons of money when exchanging those dollars, then use my personal link below to start saving money right now and getting some cool perks in return. So now let's get back to business. Alright guys, so my first pick is no other than Crowdstrike. This is a cloud security services, and they are doing tremendously well, guys, in the last years since their inception in 2011. Their growth has been phenomenal in terms of revenues. Their subscription level from corporations has been just astonishing, guys. So I will resume this company into this slide because I believe it's a compelling one, but there's so much more to say about Crowdstrike. I want to keep it short in this video so we don't go into too many details, but if you need me to go into details into this company, please leave it in the comments below. Now look at this. There's almost nearly an annual revenue of $1 billion actually in 2020, and their growth projected for ARR year on year is 75%, guys. What is very important in these type of services companies is their subscription level, and they are just amazing. Not only their revenue are growing from subscriptions at 77% growth year on year, but their subscription level is growing at 63%. That is a basis right now, customers of almost 10,000. So these numbers, guys, I don't know if you are feeling me, but this is definitely going to be high growth for Crowdstrike in the next 5 to 10 years, I believe personally. And not only that, guys, but the time. So that means today's market penetration that can be done in this industry is of about $36 billion when we're talking about 2021. But this is going to grow in 2023 at $68 billion more or less. So that is huge, guys. And I believe Crowdstrike will be well positioned. So now let's look at the charts and see if it's a great opportunity to buy right now. All right, guys, so Crowdstrike currently sitting at $187. That's plus 2.5% on the last trading day, and that's ticker symbol CRWD. So now, out of transparency, I have never bought into Crowdstrike yet, because in the last few months, I've seen this overvaluation for me personally, and I personally never buy at all-times high. So definitely that was not a play for me. And I've been waiting patiently for this to actually downtrend, which is happening right now. So let's look further into this. And before we do that, 1 year ago, guys, this company was at a $56 mark. So congratulations to anybody who actually saw this company way before. Now, what I personally as an investor will try to look at in the next week or so, and to buy immediately in April, is definitely to see those next support levels. I personally believe, listen, at $180 right now in the 80s, it's still a good buy, okay? But it's only a decent buy. So I will, if I need to, nibble just a little bit, just a few stocks just to have my fit in. But what I'm looking more aggressively to buy, guys, is the next 3 buying zones, okay? My first position, it's at $168 right here because they've been supported, guys, in the major sell-off right now recently and beginning of March. Look at this. They've been supported and they found absolutely buyers right here. And in back December 2020, as you can see, there was a consolidation before the big burst, and it actually got rejected, supported at the same price. So this is definitely a very strong support level, and I believe it will be my first level of position here to buy, no doubt about it. The second one that I'm really looking for, that used to be a resistance level, as you can see before December and the burst, is right here at $154. This is a big buying zone for me as it got resisted for so long right here and right here. So this would be my second. My third buying position that I would love obviously to get into is at $188 right here, because it was a big and long consolidation period, as you can see all over the place here, right? So this, I believe, will be a very strong one, and I don't see this happening very honestly. But if ever there's a major sell-off continuously in the Nasdaq and Russell, then definitely this will be a possibility. And if something goes really wrong at Crowdstrike. But in the long term, guys, I believe in this company. Their numbers are just amazing and their projection. But in the short term, let's look at this, guys. Since their all-time high at 250, it has been in a downtrend. And as you can see, it's been doing lower highs and lower lows. And right here is when we're going to see, is this going to hold at $168? Or are we going to see this one here crumble back to this point to respect the downtrend? Or is it going to break off and go to the resistance level at $210? So this is going to be absolutely important that this level gets broken so we can start seeing a uptrend, guys. So the $210, we need to absolutely pass this. I believe it will happen, guys, no doubt about it. I see this company going way further to $100. But what's going to happen in the next few days, weeks, is yet to be confirmed. So next week, guys, pay very good attention. Is it going to go and challenge this resistance level, which would be a good sign? But it has been rejected, as you can see here in the last month, many times, right? So we haven't been able to pass this amount. But I will personally love if this would actually challenge this level here one last time so I can actually reach out to this stock. So those are my thoughts on this company, guys. Amazing growth in the future. Short-term traders, definitely I think there's a lot of opportunities here, but for long-term investors as well. So everybody can win into this stock, and I will be a buyer, but that's my personal opinion. All right, guys, so the last information I wanted to give you is the analyst rating. So look at this. All in March, this has been rated as outperform to buy, overweight, and neutral. So this is really cool to see. Price target as well. Look at this. All have been increased. There's not a single one that has downtraded this one. So they've all gone beyond, well beyond the $200, guys. So definitely great to see this. And it's not something to rely on necessarily, but this is reassuring as well. All right, guys. So my second best pick right now to buy is no other than Palantir. This is a stock that I really love, guys. And as you know, ARK Investment has tremendously bought into this stock as well in the plus $20. So even if you buy today, guys, you'll be at the same average cost as ARK Investment. But aside from that, guys, I believe Palantir has a great growth ahead of them. They're getting contracts left and right from governments to corporations around the world. They're trusted by the highest and most wealthy countries out there. And I believe that they're still at a baby stage right now, and they have so much to grow into. Now, guys, this is a stock that I've been covering for months now. And if you want to look at my fundamentals and updates and how bullish I am on this company, go back to my history of videos and you'll find all the Palantir videos. I've made actually recent ones. But otherwise, let's quickly take a look here at what the analysts believe. So in the last month or 2 months, as you can see here, we have few analysts saying that $20 is the price target. But look at this, I love it. There's been increases since February from 15, 17, 13 to high 20s to $34 and $19. There's even one at $40 right here. So guys, I think there's a mix here of ratings, but all that to say is that everybody seems to be bullish on Palantir because they're uptrending here in their ratings. Again, it's not something to rely on, but something to pick up and pay attention to. Now, my personal opinion, like I said, this is worth at least $40 by the end of the year, if not within 12 months from today. And I think it will grow even further than that as they continue to grasp those juicy contracts from governments across the world and the big corporations. So no doubt that I'm already invested in this company. I already have a good position in this company and I'm looking to buy even more if it dips. Now let's look at the charts. All right, guys, so Palantir is sitting at $23 flat, and that's minus 1% on the last trading day. Now, very interesting for this company, guys. A bit different from the last one that we saw. Although it has been on a downtrend since their all-time high at $45 back at the beginning of January, then you can see here that they're consolidating here in between the $20 range to $23 range. And if you look back in the past in December, and you can see that the same trend was there, right? So there was a consolidation period before it actually hyped up to the $45 and doubled. So some could say actually that this is a nice head and shoulder. And here are at the breaking point time, as we can see here, will we downtrend from here and break the head and shoulder pattern towards the downside, or we will complete the head and shoulder and actually break towards the $30 mark? This is something to still be seen and validated in the next upcoming weeks. But that being said, guys, I'm personally already invested. This is a company that I really believe believe in, and it doesn't matter if I buy it at 20 or at $25 or below $20. I think this company will definitely double up in time. So these are the additional buying points that I will consider adding more shares to Palantir. So the first one is right here at $21. Definitely this has found a lot of buyers, as you can see, once here, twice here, and a lot in the past. It's been a continuous support level and a very strong one, guys. So $21, highly buying trigger for me personally. The second one, if ever it falls down to there, and if it's possible, guys. I mean, if it remains bearish in the markets, and you saw a few articles coming out that are actually trying to get this stock down and short sellers as well, then we may see actually the $18 level right here. So this was actually a support and resistance level before it had the first burst up trend. So $18, guys, would be my second buying trigger. And needless to say that anything between $18 and $20 is a buy zone for sure. The third one and last one that I believe, if it ever happens, is at $14 and $15, okay? Definitely it did struggle there. It consolidated before actually going onto the uptrend. So we will find buyers there at that point. But needless to say that, you know, I don't believe this will happen. But if it does, there's no doubt in my mind that I will definitely add shares into this. So this is my buying strategy. As I said, I'm already highly invested into Palantir. I really believe into this company, but I'm looking to add more shares for sure and double up if it ever reaches these two levels, okay? So those are my thoughts. Now the resistance level, very important, guys, to watch, is at $25. Needless to say, as you can see, we've been rejected so many times. Look at all these red candles here. We tested it, we got rejected so many times. We bursted out and we got rejected. So $25 would be a big resistance level, guys. So watch it. We're still not out of the woods. The next one will be at $27, followed by $30 and $33, which will be high resistance level. So those are my thoughts for Palantir, guys. Are you as bullish as I am? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're looking to add shares, and do you agree with my price targets here? Now let's move on to my third stock. All right, guys. So my third and last company that I have on my portfolio and that I'm looking to buy more of it because I think it's part of the high quality in tech stocks to have, more specifically fintech in this case, is no other than Square with ticker symbol SQ. So as you can see here, the analyst reviews are actually on an uptrend as well, from market perform to outperform to buy, equal weight, and neutral. But needless to say that all price targets, regardless of their sentiment, it's going upwards, guys, anywhere in the 200s level to 300 levels. So definitely the sentiment is very positive, guys, and I really absolutely love Square. I've been holding the stock since last year. I took profits as it got to the hype, and I'm looking to add more shares as it's in the low end of it. But I just want to add that Square is a long-term investment for me. And yes, it is at a rich valuation, but I think the growth is just going to be tremendously high, guys. I think we need to look at the global picture here, guys. Square are extremely strategic in what they make their placement in. Yes, they do all the pay and in transactions between the customers like you and I and companies, but they're also investing into cryptocurrency, but also into the banking system. And my personal opinion, guys, is that the banks as we know them today, think about Sophie, who are getting into the banking, guys. Think about all those for Canadians, Wealthsimple and Questrade, who are going to revolutionize, guys. I mean, they're getting your banking, checking accounts, everything online, and reducing your fees drastically, guys. So we're not getting butchered as much as we were previously with banks. So I am extremely bullish with the fintech who are going to revolutionize tomorrow. And I think Square, like Sophie, guys, who is currently in a SPAC process with IPOE, as you know, are going to be tremendous stocks to hold, guys, for the long term. I believe, in my personal opinion. Don't forget, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm only sharing with you what I'm doing. So now let's look at the charts. All right, guys, so Square with ticker symbol SQ is currently sitting at $230 almost, and that's up 1% on the last trading day. So looking at here, guys, what are the prices that I'm looking to buy more shares of this? As I said, I do hold Palantir and Square, but I do not hold as of yet Crowdstrike. But I am looking to add continuously into these three stocks that I have firm beliefs in. Now, as I can see, guys, this stock has in the last few months touched here the support level at $200 level, and it did dip very momentarily for probably a few minutes here in intraday to the second support level at $190. So congratulations to anybody who picked them up at that point. So my first buying trigger, guys, very important for me, it's going to be a $200 level, no doubt, because look at this. It's been getting support and a lot of buyers since then. It's been bouncing back once here, twice here, as you can see, and a third, fourth, 5 times, okay? And it's been in the past a resistance level as well. So needless to say that here is going to be a very hard support level to break. But if it does, guys, my second level would be at $190 here, as it's been here dipped once, twice, almost right here. And in the past, well, it's been a resistance level very here, especially in October. It was really hard before we bursted in back in November. So this would be a second buying trigger. But let's face it, guys, I mean, the most juicy dips would be below that. So at $107 followed by $150. Unlikely to happen, but if it does happen for bearish sentiment in the markets, then definitely this will be a significant additional buy zone for me. So these are the buying zones for me, as you can see. And what I'm looking for, guys, because it's still in a downtrend, as you can see, but I think it's consolidating. And if you look back before the all-time high here in February, it was also consolidating at the same level. So anywhere between the $200 level and the $144 level. So this is exactly what's happening. So are we looking here ahead is for a consolidation. As you can see here, the resistance level of 230 is very hard to go through. You saw here a red candle, so I'm hoping that there's going to be a consolidation just below the $130, and then boom, burst back up like it did right here after consolidating for a while. So I'm looking for this to be completed and then burst back up and have a momentum to make all new times high and reach the $300 mark. So this is the buying strategy, guys. This is what I'm looking for ahead. I already own this stock, like I said, and I'm looking to buy more of it. And for your own information, well, ARK Investment also has been buying square on the dips. So those are my thoughts, guys. What do you think about this stock? Are you bullish or are you bearish? And do you hold it or not? And out of the 3 stocks, which is your favorite? And lastly, which one would you like me to cover more in its fundamentals? Leave me your comments below. And all I ask in return, guys, for all this content and time is for you to smash that like button. It truly helps me out and will help us as a community to grow this even further. Don't forget to smash the notification bell, that little bell below this video, to get notified when I do my next video. On that note, guys, have an amazing weekend and I'll see you next time. Peace out.